and hopefully I've been part of that.
Confirmation that hostage Terry Waite is alive and well has been greeted with relief by his family and friends in Cheshire. Mr. Waite was seen 2 days ago by the British journalist John McCarthy, who's arrived home tonight after more than 5 years' captivity in Beirut. Mark Owen reports.
Since Terry Waite was kidnapped in January 1987, prayers have been said for him and the other hostages at each service here at the parish church in Lymm, where Terry's mother, Lena, is a member of the congregation. The person Mrs. Waite has turned to in her crisis is the local vicar, Canon Geoffrey Davis.
She's suffered so much in the past that I think she's almost developed the attitude, I'll believe it when I see Terry. But even so, she can't help but be a little bit excited.
The Canon's wife, Marguerite, was with Lena Waite when she got the news.
We just hugged each other, and she's just so glad that somebody has seen Terry, because it's the first real sighting of him, and she's just excited.
Mrs. Waite, seen here with Terry 6 months before his disappearance, is said to be delighted. Now in her late 70s, she declined to speak about her son today. All her family are tonight hoping Terry will be released as soon as possible.
Police are investigating the deaths of a young family in a house fire in Manchester. 2 boys, aged 6 and 5, their mother and her boyfriend were trapped in their terraced home. Shelley Rhodey has the details.
The blaze broke out just after 3 o'clock this morning in a terraced house on Dorset Road in Levenshulme. 2 young brothers, Jack and Charles Johnson, who were aged only 6 and 5, became trapped in an upstairs room with their mother Katrina and her boyfriend. By the time fire crews reached them, the children and William Huston were already dead.
They were trying to revive them, give them heart massages and everything. But the ambulance wasn't there, so they were calling for oxygen, and then they got the other little boy, and then about 10 minutes later they got the man.
Katrina later died in hospital. Neighbours say that they are horrified by the tragedy.
And the boys used to play with the children around here. We were a happy family. So can't really believe it happened so fast, because they were only playing with them yesterday.
I have to say, if the smoke alarm had been fitted, there clearly would have been a chance. This wasn't a polyurethane foam fire, where there's very little chance or little time to get out. This is a fire that's developed slowly, and an alarm would have gone off in the very early minutes where they'd had plenty of time. And we'd have in fact got there and probably put the fire out before it had caused any serious damage whatsoever.
As yet, no cause has been given for the fire. It's known that police are investigating why the family had all been in the same room at the time of the blaze, and why the front door had been left open before the fire.
A man is recovering in hospital after another shooting incident in the Moss Side district of Manchester. He was shot in the arm on the Alexandra Park estate last night, only hours after Chief Constable David Wilmot met community leaders to discuss violence in the district. 3 firemen have been treated in hospital after a spillage of toxic chemicals from a factory at Woodley near Stockport. Over 1,000 litres of toxic butyl acetate spilled from a tank inside the FT Morel building. Some of the liquid reached the nearby River Tame through drains, and the National Rivers Authority has begun an investigation. None of the company's 52 employees were hurt. The firemen were discharged from hospital after treatment. A disabled pensioner freed from prison after serving a sentence for not paying his poll tax says he's willing to go back inside. Bill Jones from Newton Le Willows owes St Helens Council £400. Tim Wyatt was there for his release.
Bill Jones was asked 7 times by magistrates to pay his poll tax. On principle he refused and went to prison instead. Shortly after 8 a.m. this morning, the rebel pensioner, a diabetic who's had one leg amputated, emerged from Liverpool's Woolton jail, delighted and defiant.
No, I don't regret 1 minute. I'm sorry I left my wife. For the first time we've been parted for 42 years.
Mr. Jones served his 2-week sentence in the prison hospital, where he says the medical treatment was better than the food. Minutes later, the lifelong Tory voter was reunited with his wife and family. The first priority, a cup of something drinkable.
I hope it has given people courage, you know, to do it. We've got to show dissent, there's no doubt about it, whether it's law or not. It's a terrible law, and the people that did it, really, they're just political crooks.
Mr. Jones has had letters and cards from well-wishers all over the country. Anti-poll tax campaigners say his spirited flouting of the law has been an inspiration to many.
Football, and Liverpool have signed Mark Walters, the Glasgow Rangers winger, for more than £1.2 million. It's the second time Walters has been signed by Liverpool manager Graham Souness. He bought him for Rangers from Aston Villa in 1987. Walters comes to Anfield with a reputation for ingenuity.
Here's Walters, testing and teasing there, but in defence! 1-0 to Rangers!
Finally, the weather forecast for the region: clear and dry tonight. Minimum temperature 12 centigrade, 54 Fahrenheit. Bright at first tomorrow, but rain and fresh or strong winds later. Maximum temperature 21 centigrade or 70 Fahrenheit. That's it from us for now. Granada News is back at 5 to 10 in the morning.
In a moment, somewhat later than advertised due to the extended news at 10, there's uncertainty and dilemma facing some of the members of families.
Good luck, Alice.
She's been asking again about her own horse.
Well, maybe we should put a bit by for her.
Oh, yes? Where?
Somewhere it'll earn a decent bonus.
Yeah, but how much were you thinking of?
Enough to buy her own horse in a few years.
Children's bonus bonds from National Savings, the tax-exempt savings plan that grows up with your kids.
And over the last bench, and that's a clear round. Well done, Alice.
Since Ford reduced their prices, how could your local Granada land dealer make their cars even more attractive? Well, we could give you an extra accessory or two. No? Or maybe an extra moving part. No. Well, how about this? Every Granada land sticker means you save at least £800 off the price of the car. And that's on top of the great savings, free insurance and low-rate finance already offered by Ford. Can you think of anything more attractive than that? No, neither can we. Granada land Ford dealers, steering you towards a better deal.
I hope you haven't prepared anything too elaborate, because I'm going out to dinner. No, I haven't. Just a couple of soft rolls. Well, Latchings are my favourite Philadelphia. It's not, actually. Oh, really? I'd know this taste anywhere. It's not. Show me the pack. See? It's light Philadelphia. It only has half the fat. So you can eat more of it? Yes. Well, I might as well finish it then. Best for you to carry home. Thank you.
Do you speak English?
Sí, Bobby Charlton. No me estiles.
No. Is there a telephone here? Telephone?
Ah, sí. Ah, Pelé.
Suppose we took an ordinary bloke with spots, and we washed one side of his face daily with ordinary soap and water, and the other side with Biactol, which helps prevent a spotty face by unclogging pores and killing bacteria. Spot the difference. Biactol laughs in the face of spots and treads on the toes of pimples.
New Radiant Micro is the best yet. Best yet against built-up greasy stains and stale smells, because the more you use it, the more Radiant Micro removes the greasy build-up that can trap stains and cause smells. New Radiant Micro, it's the best yet.
New Argos catalogue, take one. Ooh. Cut! I said take one!
The new Argos catalogue is out now.
Join Celebration at the Manchester International Festival of Arts and Television throughout September 1991. Experience the live events, catch the programmes. For more information and your free festival brochure, phone 061 834 8154 now.
This is Granada, and now, families.
only answer direct questions, Jane, so if you've got one, ask it. Otherwise, Brian will be down for his breakfast.
All right, then. Are you still sleeping with Don McLeod?
No.
Are you sure?
Do you want me to run upstairs and double-check?
You'll find someone else.
I don't want anybody else.
Hard to place it in